Morning, everybody. We are going to tell you about how Domino got here. So we have to tell you about Powderpuff's story. Powderpuff, this is her right here with Domino and Tabby. There's Tabby. That's Domino's sister. And here's the mamas. Hi, Powderpuff. She is 15 years old and she is a rescue. Where we used to live a long time ago, well, 15 years ago, Powderpuff was a baby. She was 4 weeks old when we got her because the people that had her, their mother cat had litter kittens and they didn't want them, so they booted them all outside. So we took in Powderpuff on August 19th. That's the day we celebrate her birthday because that's the day we got her. And before we could get her spayed and everything, she had snuck outside, and some of the neighbor cats, as stuff happens, she got pregnant, and she got pregnant with Domino and Tabby, which she had another baby too that looked just like Domino. It was this identical twin. We called him Blade. He only lived 5 days. He was what they call a water kitten. He didn't make it. Powderpuff couldn't have her kittens naturally. She had to have a C-section. And she had to stay in the vet, our vet that we still use today. He called all his vets in that day that assist him to make sure that she was going to make it because we weren't sure. She was actually 2 weeks late of delivering, because she didn't show any signs of labor or anything like that. So when her water broke 2 weeks later, past what we thought she was going to have, we called the vet and he said, get her there ASAP. And they took an x-ray, and that's when they found out that there was one baby laying this way, there was another baby laying this way, and then there was one on the bottom. And they tried to do the Pitocin and all that, and she was unable to have them, so they did the C-section. And then they came home the next day. The vets were so nice and loving to us. They actually took Powderpuff's kittens home with them and got up and bottle fed them every couple of hours because she was because she had to have C-section and all the medication and everything. She didn't realize that she was a mother, and she didn't know how to take care of them or anything. So Domino and Tabby had to be bottle fed around the clock, and that's when we came in and helped once we were able to take them home. So thanks to our veterinarian, they did a wonderful job, and Puff is still kicking with us. I have some photos and stuff I'll show you guys, and then hi Tabby, we'll talk a little more about her story. This is when we moved to Arkansas. This is her. I think she's probably, I would say, 4 or 5 in this photo. It's really hard to tell her age because a lot of stuff has happened with her once we moved. It's, as you can tell, when she got pregnant, she got all the way up to 13 pounds, and then after they delivered or did the surgery, she dropped all the way down to 6. So the babies were they were very large according to them, and they didn't have any afterbirth or whatever that they have in their little sacks. It was what they call a dry birth because they were 2 weeks overdue. And here is Puffy. This is before we moved to Arkansas, actually. This is, I would say, 2001 sometime, because Domino is only, I think, like maybe 2 months old. He was already eating and stuff then, and we wanted to try to get a shot of them together. And as you can see, Puff, she didn't really like the camera at first. This is when we moved to Arkansas. She actually gained all her weight and stuff once we moved down to Arkansas for a while. See, aren't I cute? She's sitting here looking at the photos with us. Yep. Sorry, Mom, you're in the photo. We moved a lot when we were down there. And this is when we had a really big house, and Puff basically herded everyone like cattle down the hall, all the cats. She was in charge. We call her Mama Cat or Mama Kitty or Powderpuff or Key Mama. This is when we were moving. As you can see, all the boxes. We're moving back up here. We got a good shot of Powderpuff right there. This is another house we were living at in Arkansas. See, there's a lot of photos of me. And yes, she is a furniture destroyer. That's for sure. Okay, so that's all the photos. I've got some more I've taken up here, but they're actually on the device I'm currently using, so, whoops. Powderpuff, when we lived in Arkansas, we were down there for 3 years, and then it was like night and day. She had lost almost all her weight, and we noticed something was wrong, because no matter, you know, her eating and drinking and everything, she still wasn't putting any weight on. So we called the vet, and we rushed her to the vet that we were taking to her down there, and we found out that she had a liver infection, and it took 6 months of antibiotics, really strong antibiotics, what they call like liver pills or whatever. They're about this size, and I'm not kidding. They're about the size of a fish oil tablet for a cat, and they are huge. And it was a pain in the butt getting them down her, but she had to take them for 6 months, and between like when we were like 5 months in, you know, her liver wasn't showing any signs of getting better and everything. And it really shows how much a vet and stuff cares, because our veterinarian that we had down in Arkansas, he broke down in tears because he was like, I don't know what to do, you know, the medication, if we can't, you know, get her better, because by then she was down to like 5 pounds, and that's pretty bad. He was really, you know, just like at a loss. And so he was like, if I can't get her better, I'll give you guys a discount or whatever to send her to my specialist, you know, in Little Rock, because he, you know. But after we did the last blood work and she got tons of IV fluids and everything, she finally was able to kick the infection, and she bounced back like her spunky, grumpy self. She likes to control all the other cats. She hasn't had the liver infection or anything since then. They said if she gets it again, she probably won't make it because of her age. And they did tell us, they tested her for leukemia and everything, because we weren't sure exactly what it was, and that's when they figured out finally what it was. So Puff has been through a lot. She's had a rough story. She is enjoying her golden years. She still acts like a kitten, but she does sleep a lot more. And I wanted to share Powderpuff's story with you guys, so then I can share her babies, which Tabby makes her appearance today. Say hi, Tabbies. Hi, honeys. It's kind of hard to see. She's very gray and striped, and she's really pretty too. But Powderpuff is what they call a diluted calico or a tortoiseshell, depending on who is looking at her. But I hope you guys enjoyed her story, and you guys got to meet the other two today. We have actually 2 more cats that I haven't shown you guys. So thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed Powderpuff's story, and she's doing good. So later, and you guys have a good day.